What is up, my fellow Chibits? Today, I'm here to bring all of you my anime first impressions on Fate Kaleid Season 4. It is finally here. After an entire year of waiting, after that finale that was so hype, we finally have the continuation. We have Season 4 finally here. And I gotta say, this episode of Fate Kaleid is probably, by far, after playing the visual novel of Fate Stay Night, playing a lot of it, I will say this is probably one of my personal favorite episodes of Fate Kaleid because of some of the ways that this episode was directed, which I want to discuss. So, did anyone notice that some of the art style was changed a little bit? Like, some of it shifted a little bit for the better. I noticed that when I was watching this episode, because I was like, whoa, the art style of Shiro looks completely different to how he looked like in, like, you know, the previous seasons of Fate Kaleid. So I went back, and I actually went to go look at Shiro's design again, and then I looked at Shiro in this episode, and I'm like, holy fuck, Shiro looks completely different. He looks more mature in this episode. Like, seriously, compare Shiro's appearance in this episode to the Shiro from the other 3 seasons, and you'll see Shiro looks really mature and, you know, like a better adultish looking character. I mean, he really does. Seriously, compare it. It's just absolutely crazy. I mean, it's not just that. There was other little nods I saw throughout this episode that really got me thinking, like, are they trying to direct the series in this certain direction? Because let me explain. There was 2 things in this episode that kind of made me jump for joy in the inside. And for one, was that Illya scene to when she was in the forest alone. The wintry forest, when she was just walking through it by herself. That reminded me of the scene when Illya was walking through a forest once before in the Fate Stay Night, and Berserker was there. That reminds me a lot of that scene. Just when she was walking alone through the woods. I'm like, yo, are they trying to make it like a casual nod towards that event that happened in Fate Stay Night? I'm like, yo, really? And then there was another scene when you saw Rin and them in the car and they were driving. You see how Rin's pendant, you see the actual red pendant, you see how she's holding it, and there was a lot of focus on that pendant in the episode. I'm like, that's strange. Like, why would they focus on that? And I was like, okay, that's very strange. That throws me off. Now, I'm not going to dive into any spoilers in case some of you haven't actually, you know, played or watched Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, but that pendant, though, if that is what they're trying to imply, if they're implying anything with that pendant, because I watched the preview for next week's episode, and I really shouldn't have. It kind of spoiled me, and I'm going to say right now, I want to talk about it. It does contain some spoilers, so instead of me spoiling you, I recommend you go see it for yourself if you want to continue on with this video. But, the preview of next week's episode, it shows Shiro, supposedly. And if you look at Shiro, you will see whitish hair going down his head. And I'm like, white hair? Shiro? Like, parallel universe? Pendant focus? I'm like, are they trying to imply something with this episode? So, I was really engaged with this episode because there was a lot of setup. A lot of fucking setup for some serious events if it does go down that route. Now, I don't know. I don't read the manga, the original source of Fate Kaleid, so I have no idea what direction it's going to go. But, like I said, I know a lot now since I've actually played the game somewhat. I know some of the things, and usually when it comes to Fate, when there's, like, nods towards, like, a pendant, to some of these little scenes that, you know, have Illya walking through the forest, it's there to just play homage to other series or other entries into the games. And I wonder if that is meant to mean anything else throughout the series of Fate Kaleid. But enough of that, though. So, what is the, you know, plot so far of Season 4? Well, for one, I could say a lot more action-packed than the previous seasons, which I'm very glad. Because, look, I love Slice of Life, I love Fate, yes, but I have to admit, Fate Kaleid Season 3, the last season, it was a good season. It had its very good moments, but it was very, very slow, and it was very, I guess, very slice-of-life-ish. And, I mean, I know Fate Kaleid has these slice-of-life moments and all that, and there's a lot of setup and all that for the future, which I have no problem with. But I have to admit that the last season was very, very slow. And I'm glad that instead of just slice-of-life, we're actually going to be getting some action besides just slice-of-life in this season. Because this episode has quite the bit of action and a lot of setup for whatever is to come. And it seems like it's going to have a more serious tone and atmosphere compared to the previous series of Fate Kaleid. Because, look, you have it to where Illya, she's in a parallel universe now, which that right there, like, yo, Illya is in another world. by herself. Like, the entire town's completely different. The people are not there. She meets this mysterious girl called Tonica, and, I mean, we don't even know who this person is, and she doesn't even know who she is, and that's very weird right there. But, I mean, the entire setting of this is completely different from the previous seasons of Fate, because, I mean, the other seasons were having to where Illya was in her town, having some slice of life moments, you know, capturing some cards and stuff, and that was about it. That was kind of the main gist of the plot. And then you have it to where this season, we now have it to where Illya is transported to another world, Miyu has been kidnapped, and then we have this female Gilgamesh. Oh, ooh. Well, that female Gilgamesh. Ooh, that female Gilgamesh. Okay, anyways, enough of that. Anyways, you have it to where Illya, she's in this world now, and she's trying to find Miyu, and Miyu has been captured by some, I think, Ainsworth family? Yeah, I think that's how you say it. She was captured by some form of Ainsworth family. Like I said, if you didn't see the, you know, scene after the credits, you would, you know, not know what I'm talking about. But, she's been apparently captured by some form of Ainsworth family, and it makes me wonder, okay, so why do they want Miyu? I mean, we know she has something to do with the Holy Grail because of the end of last season of Fate Kaleid, so, I mean, I wonder exactly what position Miyu is currently in. I wonder if there's anything that's related to maybe Illya from the previous Fate series, the reason why they want Miyu. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.